afternoon from a sun-drenched Drake Stadium on the beautiful campus of UCLA. The track is hot, the stands are filling up, and the energy here is already electric. Some of the fastest men and women on the planet are on the track right now putting on their final touches, and we're just minutes away from the opening gun of Sound Running's Track Fest. And trust me, you don't want to miss a single second. The chase for history is moments away.
Jamaica and the 2024 World Indoor Bronze Medalist in Glasgow.
ATF Foundation has helped fund American track and field for nearly 20 years.
Grants helped me sprint from local tracks to global 100-meter and 200-meter finals.
They backed me so I can focus on the 100 and the relay, not rent.
They kept me raising the bar on the high jump long enough to chase medals.
They gave a middle distance runner the mile she needed for world-class 1500s.
Over 650 athletes supported.
And more than $24 million in grants.
And over 700 youth clubs grant across the country.
If you've been blessed to run your race, help them run theirs. Visit usatffoundation.org.
In the last 20 years, the USATF Foundation has invested millions into American track and field.
That support helped sprinters like me reach the biggest 100-meter and 200-meter stages in the world.
And it backed relay teams and 100-meter races you've watched on TV.
And middle distance laps into world-class 1500s.
please ask that you rise and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem, performed today by Andrea Jones, an award-winning singer and songwriter.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Andrea Jones, ladies and gentlemen. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special musical act for you coming up. She is an Inglewood native and a Howard University alum, a multifaceted artist, rapper, singer, songwriter, drummer, producer, and actress, featured on shows including Rhythm and Flow. Join me in welcoming Tia P as she performs Roar, Crazy, and Get It Going.
What's going on, everybody? How we feeling? All right, that was all right. We're going to try again. How we feeling? All right. Y'all ready to roar with me? We're going to roar, because these athletes out here roaring, so y'all got to roar just as loud. Let's get it. Can I see y'all clap them hands? Can we get, come on. Let's go. Hey. You got to hear me roar. You about to hear me. You about to hear me roar. You about to hear me. A taste of greatness. Whole world is waiting. I'm busting through that door. Is this what y'all waiting for? Well, you about to hear me roar. Roar. Hey, don't stop now. I need to hear you roar. Hey. Woo-wee. Hey, listen. So I rev up the engine, I'm in position. Got the ignition, it's my year. A taste of greatness, cannot debate this. Whole world is waiting loud and clear. Yeah, they better be. Pump up the volume, you gon' see. Yeah, I talk big talk, but I make things happen. 3, 2, 1, ready for some action. Are you ready for some action today? Are y'all ready for some action? 3, 2, 1. Let's go. You about to hear me roar. You about to hear me what? You about to hear me roar. You about to hear me what? You came for greatness, whole world is waiting. We busting through that door. Is this what y'all waiting for? You about to hear me roar. Oh. You about to hear me what? Hey. Wait. You about to hear me what? Hey. You about to hear me round. Eyes on the goal, so you better bow down. Whole team ain't messing around. The medal that we want are the gold ones now. Round my neck, on my name, put respect. You first me, stage is set. Hear me raw when I flex, yeah. When I flex, ay. All the way in the top, are you ready? Let's go! You about to hear me? You about to hear me? You about to hear me over there? You about to hear me? You came for greatness. I'm busting through that door. Is this what y'all waiting for? Me roar. Yeah. I know y'all ready to roar like. patriotic. All right. Now you know, to do what you do, to do what these incredible athletes do, the practice, the amount of time it takes, you gotta kind of be a little crazy, you know what I mean, to get to this stage in a good way. But sometimes it's all right being crazy. Anybody like, you know, little Gnarls Barkley fans, y'all know about the song Crazy? I think y'all do. So when we get to the chorus, I'm gonna need y'all to help me out a little bit if that's all right. All right, is that all right? We all gonna sing this song, because I know you know it. Let's hit it. Yeah, crazy. Hey, look. I remember when I lost my mind. Yeah, said it was something so precious about that place. Whew. Yeah, even your emotions had an echo in so much space. Ooh, see, but when you're out there without care, I was out of touch. Yes, I was, but it wasn't because I didn't know enough. No. See, I knew too much. It's when y'all help me say, maybe I'm crazy. Y'all know? Maybe we're crazy. Oh, maybe we're crazy. Ooh. Probably. I mean, look, come on now. I hope you have the heart to live the life you want to live. See, but you know, you might think twice. See, that be my only advice. Ooh. Come on now, who do you think you are? Bless your soul. See, you really think you're in control. Well, maybe you're crazy. You gotta be a little crazy. To be great, you gotta be a little crazy. Crazy. Whoa. Probably. See, now, my heroes, they had the heart to live the life they wanna live. Oh, yeah. See, 'cause all I remember is thinking I wanna be like them. I do, now I'm on the track doing what they do. You know. See, 'cause ever since I was little, it looked like fun. Yes, it did. And it's no coincidence I come and y'all came. These runners came, right? And we could die when we done. I need everybody to say, maybe we're crazy. Oh, working. Maybe we're crazy. Anybody a little crazy? Maybe. Just like me. Everybody hear you say crazy. Say crazy. Little bit crazy. Say it's crazy. Look crazy. Crazy. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so y'all a little crazy, I'm a little crazy. We all gonna be a little cuckoo together. It's all right with me if it's all right with you, all right? So, before I end, I know I'm walking back and forth. I'm getting a little hell going back. I'm done. This last song is called Get It Going. Because that's what we came out here to see, the energy, to support these incredible athletes and watch them get it going, right? Oh, y'all just came to sit in the shade and be bougie and have little finger foods and whatnot. Okay, that's cool. How about this section? Y'all came to get it going, right? All right. Let's get it going. Let's get it. I need y'all to put your hands together though for me. We can't do this song unless I see everybody in the audience clapping. Come on. If you got two hands, put the beer down, put your hands together. Hey! Woo! Hey! Crush out the fire, I'm pure gold. Always been different than all the strokes. I knew from the beginning, I suppose. This be the greatest story ever told. Let me don't have no time to waste time. Your 99 problems ain't mine. Right now I'm tipping on a thin line. Almost out of line if you cross mine. But I'm in a mode, yeah, a new attitude. About to blow like a fuse. Guess what, then I'm coming for you. Woo! You know I be putting that work in. Like a preacher on Sunday service. Even my greatness is perfect. Woo! 'Cause I get it going. I get it going, I get it poppin', I get it started. You know what it is? This is the moment, act like they own it. High as the rocket, I get it going, I get it jumping, I get it going. confused and I'm what? I'm coming for you. Hey, you know I be putting that work in like a preacher on Sunday service. Even my practice is perfect. Woo! Cause I get it going. I get it going. I get it popping. I get it started. You know what it is? This is the moment. I like a how y'all feeling over there? I get it going. I get it. Yeah. Yeah. From beginning to end. This is woo! Oh! If you came here to support somebody, these athletes out here living their dreams. Don't ever get too big for your dream. Cause we all being great today. What? Ready? Cause I get it going, I get it going, I get it jumping, I get it. You know what it is? This is the moment, I like I own it. Highest the rock, I get it going, I get it bumping, I get it jumping, I get it too. From beginning to end. This is a passion. Oh my God. Cause I get it going, I get it going, I get it popping, I get it started. You know what it is? This is the moment, I like I own it. Highest the rock, I get it going, I get it jumping, I get it jumping, I get it too. From beginning to end. This is a passion. This is forever. Cause I get it going. God bless. I go by the name of Tia P, represent Inglewood, California. And we're gonna have a great rest of this meet today, all right?
TP, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's get back at it here. We're going to do some introductions. And the next introduction is going to be for the WebMD Women's Pole Vault. So let's meet the ladies.
We are back here on the beautiful campus of UCLA for the 2026 LA Track Fest. As we're at Drake Stadium for this tremendous event, we're going to see some of the fastest men and women on the planet on the track here today. See the hurdles getting set up, getting ready for the 100-meter women and the 110-meter men's hurdles coming up here momentarily as we welcome you inside the broadcast booth here at Drake Stadium alongside Carson Gambaro. I'm Scott Sudikoff. Kerry Tollefson will be joining us momentarily. But Carson, this event is a track and field fan's dream.
Scott, you look top to bottom of the lineups here at Sound Running Track Fest. You've got world champions, Olympic medalists, rising stars. They are all here to play here in LA, the past, present, and future of our sport. And we are so excited to witness it today.
And now for the first time today, let's welcome in Olympian herself, Kerry Tollefson, down on the field. And this is an interesting year, Kerry, right? Because it's no major global championships going on. What makes it different for these athletes here in 2026?
Well, I think maybe just a little less pressure, right? We don't have an Olympic trial, we don't have a world championship team to make. So we might see athletes doing off distances or dropping down in distance, maybe moving up. And I'm really excited. It is a phenomenal meet, and I can't wait to hear all the guns go off.
All right, Kerry, you are definitely right about that. And we're going to be jumping right into the women's 100-meter hurdles.
Dunn is already up here. And a fast start, fitting so for an event that just saw an American record set this morning in Xiamen, China by Masai Russell, 12:14, the second fastest time in world history. And we've got the fourth fastest woman about to toe the line in lane number 4. That is Kenny Harrison, the former Olympic silver medalist. Among the headline names here today, quick look at the full lineup, Scott.
Yeah, you got there in lane 1, Gabrielle Cunningham. Lane 2, Demisha Roswell. Amoy Brown in lane 3. Of course, you mentioned Harrison in 4. Alicia Johnson, lane 5. Lane 6, you have Yanla Najib Nimak. In lane 7, Alexandra Webster. And in lane 8, Liz Clay. Obviously, you brought up Harrison, but who also stands out for you as we head into this 100-meter hurdles?
You got to look at the Paris Olympian in lane number 5. That is 29-year-old Alicia Johnson from Spring, Texas. She has a 12:31 personal record. We talk about Kenny Harrison with her former world record of 12:20, her lifetime best ranking number 4. Johnson's not otherworldly behind at number 17. She has the fastest season best, all conditions in this field, with her 12:57, with a little wind at her back, though. Still, from the LSU Invitational, Alicia Johnson is going to look to steal the upset.
Johnson, 30 years old, former Oregon Duck. Mentioned 2024 Olympian, was 3rd at the 2025 USA Championships. Of course, again, Harrison is in lane 4.
course, Alicia Johnson will be celebrating her Dirty 30 on July 20th, so not quite there
a little
yet.
early. Sorry about that.
Either
She's
way,
29.
she is a Paris Olympian, and that is forever. And we got to watch out as well for Liz Clay. She is directly on your left. She is the two-time Olympian, reigning Australian national champion, third fastest from down under in her nation's history at 12:71. And she's among the closer athletes to her personal best on the season. You look at her 12:74 all conditions, she's within 300s. You look at Alexandra Webster, the former ACC champion with Florida State University, also ran collegiately for Oregon. She's only 100th off of her 12:70 this season. So we're going to see a good collision of PRs and season bests collide on the track for the women's 100-meter hurdles final.
You mentioned Clay in lane 8, someone who's late career breakthroughs, had to deal with some injuries. She's there on your far left. Lane number 8. 100-meter hurdles about to begin here at the LA Track Fest at Drake Stadium at UCLA. Harrison has the advantage. Next to her, Alicia Johnson. Harrison and Johnson look to be 1-2.
Season's best for the both of them. Kenny Harrison just holds off Alicia Johnson, who we knew would be dangerous. They both ran those into significant headwinds as well, negative 1.8 in their faces. But Kenny Harrison looking the most like herself that we've seen all season long. Her prior season best was a 12:65. And so a big step forward for the 33-year-old from Clayton, North Carolina. Yes, this might not be the type of day where she rivals her 12:20, but this is yet another step back towards that fitness. In an experimental year like 2026, she got ahead early. Johnson was coming up on her outside, but you can never panic in an event like the 100-meter hurdles, and Kenny Harrison did not at a moment.
You saw those numbers on the screen. Harrison, 12.53. Another look at the race here, and Harrison, Johnson, Roswell, 1, 2, 3, 12.53, 12.55, and 12.73 for those athletes respectively. As we now will transition into the men's 110-meter hurdles in a moment here. All right, and down field level, we've got Carrie Tollefson standing by with the winner, Kendra Harrison.
Kenny, this is your third race. It was tight. How'd you keep your composure?
You know, I had to focus on my lane. I started hitting some hurdles, and I was just like, get to that finish line.
Tell us what this meet does for you coming into the season.
This meet sets me up for the upcoming season, a couple of Diamond Leagues. So to come out here, it's such a great crowd that came out. I'm grateful to get a race in.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, let's give it up. Kenny Harrison!
And of course, I think the Harrison story is so great about missing the 2016 Olympics and then just coming right back and setting that record not too far after, and obviously off to a good start now for her season.
Absolutely, and even though she didn't come away with the gold medal as the world record holder at the time in the Tokyo Olympics in 2021, that honor went to Jasmine Camacho Quinn, who's our Drake Stadium facility record holder. But Kenny Harrison proved she could make it to the best stage in the world and succeed at the best stage of the world. And she's etched her name in the history books forever.
All right, so up next here, the men's 110-meter hurdles. Of course, also going on right now, we have the women's pole vault, and we'll try to give you updates on that as it is going on. I think Carson's got the screen up in front of him. Could maybe give us some numbers or some early numbers.
Oh, yeah, we're locking in on the women's MD Webb pole vault. The first time it has happened here at Track Fest. Tori Thomas, the first to clear the opening height of 4.15 meters. And it looks like both Heather Abity and Peyton Phillips have yet to secure their clearances at it. Abity, the Canadian, going to be given a shot at it. Up next,
Abity out of Texas A&M. Two-time SEC champion. Got a school record there for the Aggies.
Having some trouble with 4.30. We're seeing on our live feed that that was the height she attempted, but it's been confirmed as her second miss at 4.15. Didn't seem like she was very symmetrical on that attempt, veered a little bit off to the right. We talk about the pole vault as a straight runway. It is not easy to stay straight in an event like that. There's a reason why so few are technically sound at it. But if you want a reason to stay tuned and locked in for the pole vault, let it be our top seed and facility record holder, Sandy Morris, who is one of the best to ever pole vault. She's a multi-time world silver medalist, the 4th highest vaulter in history. Sandy is going to be giving it a go later on in the program. Peyton Phillips up next before the men retake the stage on the track.
We'll have a couple of minutes here before the men's 110-meter hurdles, so we'll stick with the pole vault for a little bit longer. This is Peyton Phillips, I believe Carson said. Yep.
Peyton Phillips, yes, a former Kentucky Wildcat. Grew up in Carrollton, Georgia. Second attempt, 4:15.
Able to clear it
with no trouble at all, and that's a big source of confidence for Peyton Phillips. Whenever you miss at a height that you may conceive as easy, right? That can trouble you a little bit, and so it's important to remind yourself what you can do on routine, and I think that's what Peyton Phillips was able to accomplish there.
All right, we'll swing over now back to the hurdles here. The men's 110 meters about to commence, and a field that, a couple of names certainly stand out, and I think one for me, and you can talk more about the rest of the field as well, but Jamar Marshall Jr. obviously stands out in this field, but what else can you tell us about some of these athletes?
Well, firstly, with Jamar Marshall Jr., the fastest coming in at 13:13. This past indoor season, he just finished his NCAA eligibility with Houston. There's a lot of former Houston Cougars on the line here. You look at Davion Wilson in 2. He's going to be among them. You look also at John Adasola, the reigning NCAA bronze medalist with the Cougars. He's going to be lining up in lane number 7. So we got a lot of colliding clashes here, but Marshall was the outdoor, Big 12 champion in 2025. And even with Arizona State, won 3 Pac-12 titles. So that to go along with his 3 NCAA All-American finishes, indoors and outdoors. He's a consistent championship performer, and a big part of championship performing is peaking for that. So I expect a race like this here in the late stages of May to be a big step towards where he wants his peak to be come, let's say, midsummer for USA is taking place at Icon Stadium in New York City.
So in lane 1, Rasheem Brown from the Cayman Islands, formerly of the University of Tennessee and NC&T. Davion Wilson in lane 2. You mentioned the Houston connection. He's an assistant coach for that program, so he's coaching.
That's right.
Jamar Marshall Jr., who will be in lane 5. Lane 3 as Tade Ajora. Ajora, a 4-time British champion, a 2024 Olympian. Louis Rollins is in lane 4. An Olympic trials semifinalist. He was an NCAA Division II national champion at Pittsburgh State. Jamar Marshall, as mentioned, in lane 5. Johnny Brackens Jr. is in lane 6. He set a USC school record in the 60-meter hurdles last year. John Adasola in lane 7 in this event from South Africa, 2025 NCAA bronze medalist and a Big 12 60-meter champion. And in lane 8, LaFrance Campbell, Jamaican out of Clemson University. First team All-American back in 2022. That's your field of 8 athletes in this 110-meter hurdles.
We mentioned a lot of the former Houston Cougars. Do not look away from the former USC Trojan, Johnny Brackens Jr. Lane number 6 for the newly minted On Athletics Pro. He said that their team has the ambition to become the world's premier sprinting force. The 2024 USATF Indoor Long Jump National Champion is 3rd from your left. He's made a full transition to the hurdles. All-American over 400-meter hurdles last year at NCAA's. And his father was a former Olympic trials qualifier, Johnny Brackens Sr.
110-meter hurdles underway. Pretty close, about halfway through. Jamar Marshall Jr. now pulling away, finishing in second. Looked like to be Tade Ajora. Yeah, Marshall Jr. at 13.23, then Ajora at 13.4. Adesola at 13.43 takes third place.
Couldn't help but notice that exceptional start by Mr. Rollins in lane number 4. Just couldn't hold off Marshall, who by the 4th hurdle caught right up and just seized the momentum from there. Won comfortably, so much that he could look over at the clock after clearing the 10th barrier with room to spare. Jamar Marshall, just a 10th off of his personal best, collects a new season best of 13.23.
Let's see that. You mentioned the start that Rollins had in lane 4, but eventually lane 5, Marshall Jr. overtaking everybody.
Rollins just kept hitting barrier after barrier. Ojora, the British national champion, stayed close, but just that seizure of momentum by Marshall ultimately brought him forward for the win. Again, the former Houston Cougar, the 3-time All-American who was a 2022 bronze medalist. So he had a long and storied career with Coach Carl Lewis's program. That was indoors over the 60-meter hurdles, and you'd expect a guy who's so great at the 60 hurdles to be away and clear, but it was the back half of the race that ultimately made the difference.
All right, down on the field, looks like Carrie Tollefson is standing by with Jamar Marshall Jr.
Hey, everybody, I am down here with a new pro who just won. Jamar, tell us about your race. How does it feel to win as a pro?
It's just consistency. I came out here and did what I had to do. Congrats to the amazing field that I had, but, you know, I just came up here with a goal of just to win, and that's what I did, so thank God.
It was pretty tight, though, at the end. How do you get through the hurdles without panicking and knowing that you still have to keep your composure?
This is practice. I practice every day for this, for these exact moments, so this is just like practice.
Well, we wish you all the best of luck this year. Give it up, Jamar!
Our thanks to Carrie Tollefson down on the field, and congratulations to Jamar Marshall Jr., his first professional victory. We'll step aside and we'll come back in just a couple of moments with more here from the LA Track Fest at UCLA.
ATF Foundation has invested millions into American track and field.
That support helps sprinters like me reach the biggest 100-meter and 200-meter stages in the world.
And it backed relay teams and 100-meter races you've watched on TV.
It helped turn high jump dreams into medals.
And middle distance laps into world-class 1500s.
It kept youth clubs like ours open. Bought spikes and uniforms. And put buses on roads to meets.
The next 20 years, that could be our generation.
And yours if you join us.
Help us write the next chapter for American track and field.
USA Track and Field Foundation. The next 20 years starts now. Visit usatffoundation.org.
Scott Sudikoff, Carson Gumbaro, Carrie Tollefson down on the field, back with you here at the LA Track Fest. We're about 4 minutes away, give or take, from the women's 800 meters. So in the meantime, with the women's pole vault still going on, Carson, what can you tell us? What's gone on while we were focused on the hurdles?
Well, so far, all of our competitors that have opened are still alive. Heather Abity, the Canadian whom we saw miss her second attempt at 4:15. She cleared on her third. Peyton Phillips on her second, and Tori Thomas and Phillips have cleared on their first attempts at the latest height, 4:30. It now looks like Annika Newell is about to give her opening attempt at 14 feet 1 1/4. We'll have a check on that before we pivot back to the starting line. It looks like they are doing formal introductions for the 800, so keeping our multitask flashers on.
Newell here, 3-time Olympian.
Oh. She'll have 2 more attempts to get after that 4.30 meter bar. But in the meantime, Scott, we got 2 epic laps coming our way in this Skechers Women's 800.
In lane 1, Sadie Henderson. Lane 2, Heather McLean. Lane 3, Claudia Kazmierska. In lane 4, Allie Wilson. Raven Rogers there in lane 5. Lane 6, Valerie Tobias. Lane 7, Michaela Rose. Lane 8, Roisin Willis. I know that's she's one of Carson's favorites. And Danny Jones in lane 9. And so, yeah, tell us more about Roisin Willis.
Well, I think she's more of the crowd favorite. And why? Because she has overcome such a tremendous mental journey, being such a talented high schooler coming out of the prep scene, hailing from Stevens Point, Wisconsin. She was pushing 2 minutes flat as a high schooler, and to manage all that expectations and to bring it forward as she has in the past calendar year. NCAA champion, U.S. champion, an indoor American record of 157.97. Definitely one of the players to watch, but you can't look away from the rest of the field at all. You got Raven Rogers. She's a 2-time Olympian. Allie Wilson qualified for the Paris Games, and Michaela Rose was 4th at the Paris Olympic Trials. And also the 1,500-meter specialists, Heather McLean and Danny Jones, stepping down in lanes 2 and 9, respectively. I'm not seeing McLean out there unless Henderson, the pace setter, has moved out of lane, but either way, we are underway.
2 laps here on this 800 meters. Skechers women's 800 meters here at the LA Track Fest. And I believe you're correct, do not see Heather McLean out there.
But Sadie Henderson is still looking to set up this field very swiftly. They're asking for 57.50 through the opening quarter, aiming for a 1 minute 58 second target time through 800. And so there's Willis right there out in front of the field, trying to tether them around here.
Willis and then Rogers, and that's Claudia Kazmierska. She's 4th there.
So a great first lap for Sadie Henderson on the rabbiting, 57 mid. And now we'll see if Willis can run this thing wire to wire. Raven Rogers having a great run in second. She has only run 2:02, a nice little rust-busting opener at France and Last Chance a couple of weeks ago. So we'll see if she can stay in touch. Willis running her outdoor opener down the back stretch, holding the lead through 600.
Willis, Rogers, Kazmierska, and Michaela Rose trying to get inside that top 3.
Michaela Rose dealt with so many injuries in the indoor season. We've seen her front run races before. Can she come from behind? Kazmierska, the reigning Track Fest 1,500-meter champion, is pulling up with the American indoor record holder.
Kazmierska trying to get to the outside of Willis. The final moments of this one right to the tape. And it's, I believe, Willis who will just get in there. 0.10 ahead of Kazmierska, and then Raven Rogers in 3rd. Quite the effort there from Claudia Kazmierska on the
the fastest
Roisin Willis
outdoor time in the world this year. It was just announced to everybody. 1:58.08.
1:58.08 for Roisin Willis.
And Claudia Kazmierska, though she did not win that race, you cannot help but feel happy for her. She has had 2 performances, as close to 2 minutes as it gets. A 2:01 and a 2:02. Just look at how hard she's pushing to try and get past the reigning U.S. champion. But Willis holds her form, dials up that closing speed and strength, and the two share a nice embrace afterwards. Kazmierska overjoyed with the win. Raven Rogers as well, breaking 2 for the first time this season, and Michaela Rose getting closer and closer to it. I mentioned all the injuries she's dealt with. She said this past indoor season was the hardest indoor season she's ever had to deal with, from LSU all the way up to the pro level. but a big step forward. That's been our common theme for a lot of these athletes here at Track Fest, and the Big Four just took one.
All right, let's go down to Carrie, who's standing by with Roisin Willis.
Roisin, fastest in the world. What does that sound like, feel like, all the things?
Oh man, I'm just so excited. My outdoor debut, so I'm just really excited to get out here and run fast. So yeah, it was a great time.
You've had such a phenomenal year. Indoors set the American record. Now you're getting ready to walk at Stanford and graduate there, and you're a professional athlete. What's been the most fun this year?
Just seeing what I can do. I have great people around me. I'm just so grateful to be doing what I love.
Hey everybody, let's give it up to the fastest woman in the world, Roisin Willis!
Thank you so much, Carrie. Roisin Willis, 1:58.08 in the women's 800-meter run. As mentioned, to officially graduate from Stanford. It's not too bad for a, not even, I guess you'd say, a recent grad, or to be
right
setting records like that.
Either way, that was a very smartly run race by Roisin Willis. And a fast one at that. Fastest outdoor time in the world.
Now the men's 800-meter run is coming on deck here. And, of course, you've got a record holder, American record holder, Bryce Hoppel, will be in lane 10. Of course, there's Donovan Brazier will be in lane 2.
Oh, Donovan Brazier, yes. As we talked about off the top, a track and field fan's dream is what this Sound Running Track Fest, and I genuinely feel like Donovan Brazier is one of the many athletes in this field alone that can make you a fan of track and field. He has had one of the most inspiring comeback stories that we've ever seen in the sport. 2019 world champion and American record holder at the time, had to miss the Tokyo Olympics due to injury. Didn't race for 3 years between 22 and 25, but came back to win the national title in inspiring fashion. Here's Hobbs Kessler, a dual qualifier for the Paris Olympics in the 8 and 15. He's among the underdogs in this field, but you can't discount the 2 British 1,500-meter world champions. There's Jake Whiteman in 4, and bottom left of your screen, in just 56 days, Josh Kerr will be attempting Project 222. Josh Kerr will be attempting to break Hisham El Garouge's 1999 mile world record of 3:43.13.
Representing the Brooks Beasts, Isaiah Harris.
Going through the introductions here, Isaiah Harris in lane 6. Dave Alvarado in lane 7. There is Josh Kerr.
Rocking his trademark shades. This is his first race of the outdoor season since winning the 3K at Indoor Worlds over in Poland, holding off Cole Hocker, who is not an easy person to hold off, as Josh would know very, very well after that 1,500-meter Olympic silver in Paris. But he's the British record holder over the 1,500 and the mile. 27.79 over the former. And he's going to try and tap into some of that strength in what he perceives to be an all-out effort. He's the only guy in this field that has yet to break 145. 145.01 is his personal record. He says if he PBs today, that'll be an ultimate source of confidence to set him up for a smash.
Jarnon Corkin in lane 9. Bryce Hoppel, talked about, the American record holder in this event, in lane 10. And Brandon
looks like they're sharing
Miller.
lane 9 here. They've opened up a little bit of extra space for this field. Sometimes in 800s, lane races will allow athletes to share lanes to ultimately break at the cones at the top of the backstretch. And slot behind the pace setter will be scheduled to take them through at 50 seconds through the opening 400. You talk about a guy like Josh Kerr, he's used to going out in 54s, 55s for his main distance. So how can he latch on and respond to this pace? If there's anybody who understands that versatility, you got to think Jake Whiteman and Hobbs Kessler, 2 143 guys. We'll see how they can ultimately respond in the men's Skechers 800. So a clean start. Again, they will break at the top of the backstretch. So far, Jake Whiteman, who's another guy with a great comeback story, having to miss out on Budapest Worlds and Paris Olympics. He came back to nearly win the World 1500 title last year. Some contact, though, between he, Hoppel, and Brazier as Brandon Miller finds himself in striking position.
Almost through 400 here with the pacer.
See that front group of lights? They're looking for 50 seconds flat. Hobbs, Kessler, and the others hanging back. Whiteman leading the chasers. We got 2 races within one right now as Miller is away.
Miller, and then the other group led by Whiteman.
And nobody is responding right now. Everybody is just seeming tucked and patient behind Whiteman. Can anybody get Miller here?
Hoppel moved into third, Brazier behind him. So it's Miller, then Whiteman, Hoppel, Brazier. Miller looking to extend it. Heading towards the final turn.
He really worked that third 200, and it could be catching up to him here. Here comes Whiteman and Donovan Brazier, the former American record holder. Josh Kerr's in striking position as well.
Miller trying to close it out, though. Let's see if he has enough. Brandon Miller will still finish it out as he had to hang on. You mentioned Kerr. He made a big late push there. Miller, Whiteman,
Alvarado got up for second. Huge finish for Abe.
And Whiteman falls down to fourth.
But Josh Kerr does get that personal record that he was looking after, and Brandon Miller with a very bravely run seasonal best, nearly cracking his 144 from the Shanghai Diamond League just last week. He was a late add into this field, so you got to think he was running on some adrenaline going out as fast as he did. The only one to challenge the pace set. And he held on, plain and simple. Brandon Miller, he ran a 1500 at the 10, 337, working on that early season strength. And it's clear that he has taken a step forward here today. He looked very vulnerable at this point in the race.
Yeah.
We know how strong guys like Whiteman and Kerr are. And Abe Alvarado, Donovan Brazier, who got involved with a lot of contact in that race. But Miller holds them all off, the former Texas A&M Aggie. Putting the index finger skyward. He is #1 today.
So Whiteman was leading that second pack behind Miller for most of that time, and then had Alvarado and Kerr both overtake him at the end. And here in a moment, we will be sending it down to Carey as Brandon Miller is getting some last congratulations from other athletes in his events.
And in the meantime, we've got that pole vault going up as well. Tori Thomas just took her latest attempt at 4.45 meters. Whole lot of fun here at Track Fest.
All right, let's send down to Carey, standing by with Brandon Miller.
Hey, everybody, how about that men's 800? That was awesome. Brandon, you went for it. From the very beginning, you took control. Was that the plan?
Yeah, that was the plan. I just got back from China.
Yeah.
So the race plan to come in was just get on a pacer and just run, man. Like, I didn't want to do no tactics today, just go.
Well, you got a lot of guys behind you there that have a lot of chatter going on. There are a lot of storylines. But today you made your own. You're here. You're here to stay.
I'm here, baby. You know, like, at the end of the day, bro, the men's 800 is the dog-eat-dog race now, so I had to be the biggest dog today.
Well, you did it. Hey, this is our men's 800 champion. Way to go, Brandon.
Thanks to Carey again, and congratulations to Brandon Miller. 144.26 is winning time. Abe Alvarado, 144.59. Josh Kerr, 144.60. Coming up in a few minutes here, it'll be the women's 400. While the pole vault is still going on, but they are going to do introductions right now for this women's 400. Shay Anderson, who was a backup this week leading into the event, will be taking part in lane 1. Sammy Oblad in lane 2. Candace McLeod in lane 3. Shamir Little, lane 4. Kendall Ellis, lane 5. Lane 6 will be Alexis Holmes. Lane 7, Bailey Lear. And lane 8 will be Rosie Effiong. As you see, all Americans in this field outside of Candace McLeod. And Who stands out to you in this one here, Carson? Who are you looking forward to seeing run this 400?
We just saw Shamir Little, a former world silver medalist over 400-meter hurdles. She is definitely a player to watch. But you've got a lot of other angles that you can analyze this USATF Foundation women's 400 from. Let's look on the outside. Lanes 7 and 8 respectively. We have the top 2 finishers from the USATF Indoor Championships over the 400, and they were in separate heats then. Rosie Effiong took the win at Ocean Breeze on Staten Island. Bailey Lear won the first heat and had to leave it up to the clock in limbo. Their most recent collision was at the Penn Relays, in which Effiong came out on top again, but Bailey Lear since has set a new season best and personal record at the Psycho Golden Grand Prix. Bailey Lear going to be lining up 1 to Effiong on your screens inside in lane number 7. 50:42. Not only is that a new personal best, but again, that is the fastest that any of these women have run this 2026 season.
All right, everyone has been introduced to the great crowd here. Beautiful day in Los Angeles, Westwood, UCLA campus. Drake Stadium, so much history, of course, on this track. And looking to, we've already seen some history.
We sure have.
Track today with Roisin Willis.
On your marks.
We've seen some history as well in epic 4x4 anchors from the ladies in lanes 5 and 6. Kendall Ellis in 5, the former USC Trojan, might not be in friendly territory today, but single-handedly won her team the NCAA title with an epic comeback in 2018 on the 4x4. And Alexis Holmes in the mixed 4x4, holding off Femke Bol in her come-from-behind effort in Budapest. So much excitement on the track, Scott.
Set.
Women's 400 right now.
So in this long sprint, you'd think Shamir Little would have that 400 hurdle strength, but she's gone out pretty aggressively so far, pushing Ellis up to Holmes as they unwind that stagger.
Starting to close things down a little bit on the inside of the track.
On the back straightaway.
You see nearest to frame right now, there's your USA Indoor rematch. Rosie Effiong left of screen, Bailey Lear one to her left and our right. It's going to be Shamir Little and Bailey Lear as they come off the turn, but Alexis Holmes is finishing strong. Can anybody catch the top 2?
And Holmes.
That was Bailey Lear.
Yes, Bailey Lear.
Another former USC Trojan
41.
coming here to Drake Stadium and stealing the victory. Like we said, she had the fastest season best coming in, so fitness-wise, you had to look at her. But she is just one of a select few women in this field that is yet to break that elusive 50-second barrier. But she is earning wins, making it count, holding off one of the best 400 hurdlers in American history. Shamir Little, the silver medalist, has to settle for second. But a great, great race. Holmes had a nice finish, as we said, and it was that aggressive start by both Little